a very special presentation. Raise your hand if you've ever seen an opera before. Well, I am so lucky that I get to invite you guys to see an opera, most of you for the very first time, on your own home stage. But if you've never seen an opera before, I should let you know there's something very different about an opera and a musical if you're thinking of Beauty and the Beast that we saw a little bit ago. In Beauty and the Beast, we all used microphones to make the music and the speakers louder, but in an opera, we don't use a microphone, we just use our voices, and that changes some of the choices we might make. I have a question. Can you sing a note for me in your best operatic voice? Pick your favorite note. Ready, set, go! Now, there are 4 different opera voices, and we've got to figure out how those opera voices might match Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. So think in your head of the characters in Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, but don't shout them out. And we're going to sing a couple of the different voices. Can you sing a very high opera note? Ready, set, go. Glorious. Our singers who sing at that very high sound in opera, those singers are called sopranos. And then next to sopranos, there's a nice high sound that's a little more mellow. It's not as high as our sopranos. It's a little bit lower. Can you sing a little lower opera sound? Nice job. In opera, that voice is called a mezzo-soprano. And then below that, we have a tenor voice. Could we hear your best tenor sound? Beautiful job. And at the very lowest voice is our bass. Can I hear your bass notes? Here we go. Beautiful job. Now in Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, we've got 3 bears, right? So let's figure that out. We've got Papa Bear. What voice do you think Papa Bear would be? Soprano, mezzo, tenor, or bass? Show me by singing what you think Papa Bear should be sung as. Yes, I'm hearing lots of low bass notes, and you're right. The role of Papa Bear is being sung by an amazing bassist. His name is Nate. He is incredible. I can't wait till you see and hear him sing and maybe even growl a little bit. Then we've got Mama Bear. And yes, Mama Bear is Mama Bear, but she's also a bear. So do you think Mama Bear would have a really, really high voice or a medium voice or still a kind of lowish voice? Let's hear what you think a Mama Bear might sound like. I agree with you, except I'd say that's a tenor. And in our show, a tenor is singing the role of Mama Bear so that we can have that nice, resonant, roaring sort of bear voice in the tenor. What about the baby? Would the baby be a low sound or a high sound? What do you think? Excellent. So our baby bear is being sung by a soprano, and you know the soprano is someone that you might already know. Exactly. Well, that means our role of Goldilocks, who is sung by an incredible mezzo-soprano, and wait till you hear her sing. Can I hear that beautiful mezzo-soprano sound again? My friends, thank you for giving me all of your attention, but just give us one more moment of your time because I need to introduce you to someone very special. I couldn't bring this to you. I would have had to get you guys all into buses and ship us all off to New York City to be able to see an opera like this. But there is an amazing person who actually graduated from Harrisburg Academy that brought this opera to you, and I'm going to introduce her now. Her name is Tami Swartz, the Artistic Director of Harrisburg Opera Association.
Pride, everybody, blue and gold pride. Thank you all so much. I could not have done this without Mr. Gamon and the Harrisburg Academy, and we are so excited, and what involved with this production. Hadley Qualls, who is our baby bear, and also Thomas Keith, who is our stage manager and lighting designer, and Dell, Jessee, who is our prop master, our costume master, and lighting operator, and also Chauncey Papenfuse, who is our assistant stage manager and stage hand. So without further ado, we bring Goldie Locks and the Three Bears to all of you.
Would they call you that?
I don't know. They say all I do is study, study, study.
There, don't cry. It'll be all right, won't it, Papa Bear?
Sure it will. Don't you see, baby bear? They're just jealous.
Why?
Because you get better grades than they do.
I do.
Yes, your teachers tell me you're the best in your class.
Yes, you are, and years from now, you'll be head of some big company. Or maybe a famous artist or scientist. And Dell will be pumping honey for a living.
Because you're smarter than they are, baby bear. And the smart bears are the ones that grow up to be somebody. Because they're the ones who give us what we need to survive. Well, there was Pericles, the great leader of ancient Greece. Benjamin Franklin, we have electricity thanks to him. Ludwig von Beethoven, who wrote great music even when he was 10. And Albert Einstein, who changed our understanding of time and space.
understand you, and that makes them afraid.
Afraid of me.
Everyone's afraid of what they don't understand. These cubs in your class deal with their fears by picking on you.
But Mama Bear, what do? I don't want them to pick on me.
Why don't you pretend not to be so smart? That's what we did. Right, Mama Bear?
Right, Mama Bear?
That's right. Only back then the term was twerps. Like Mama?
Yes, twerp.
But now I'm head there at the honey refinery, and Mama's a famous lawyer. Don't raise your paw in class all the time.
But I always know the answer.
Some of them might know it too, baby bear, but they're not as quick as you are. Let them have a chance.
What if the teacher calls on me? What do I say?
3 little words, honey. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's a lie. It's wrong to lie.
Yes, usually it is. But if the other cubs think you're not so smart, they might be nice to you. They might help me out here, honey.
Baby Bear, you don't have to lie to your teachers. But if the other cubs need some help with their homework, if you say you don't know, you'll be helping them figure it out for themselves. Think of it more like pretending. Pretend you don't know, just like you pretended to be a bear Hadley in that school play you just did.
Well, all right, but you better be right about this.
So what's for dinner, Mama Bear?
Salmon blackberry porridge.
My favorite.
Mine too.
What's the occasion?
I won the case today.
Mama Bear, this is for an education.
That's right. Now bears and humans can go to the same schools and learn more about each other.
Congratulations, honey! Isn't that exciting, baby bear? You'll have some new friends to play with.
Great. They're probably all as dumb as the cubs in my class.
Now, baby bear, give them a chance. You'll like them, you'll see. Now here's to Mama Bear, the greatest lawyer in the world.
Yay, Mama Bear.
Thanks, guys.
Some of these delicious salmon blackberry porridge. Oh!
What's the matter?
It's a little too hot.
Oh, so's mine.
What are you nuts? I'm not burning my tongue.
Such a smart
Little bear, I must have had the microwave set too high. Sorry, honey. Tell you what, let's take a walk in the woods. When we get back, the temperature should be just right.
What a splendid idea.
Can we go see your dad? I want to see how my flowers are doing.
Sure, honey. What kind of flowers were they?
I don't know.
Very good, baby. Easy. Just keep on pretending like that and you'll be up to your ears. That's in no time.
Little wheat cookies. Little wheat cookies. Hello? Anybody home? Rats. Just one more box to sell, and this is the last house. I better wait. I've got to sell this last box today. on the team. I can pitch as well as any of them. I can hit better than any of them. I can even run as fast as any of them. But they still say I'm just a girl. Just a girl. Just a girl. Just a silly little girl. Oh, why don't they like me? Why don't they want me to play with them? I'm not like the other girls, those prissy little sissies. I don't like dolls. I like balls and bats. I don't like babies. I like frogs and snakes. I don't like dresses. I like jeans and sneakers. Oh, why won't they be my friends? If I sell this last box of cookies today, I'll be the first one on the team to finish. I'll break the cookie selling record. I'll be a hero. Then maybe they'll be nice to me. Then maybe they'll see I'm just as good as they are. Then maybe when they're choosing sides, they'll say, get Goldie, she's good. They'll say, I want Goldie on my team. No, they won't. They'll say, of course you sold all your cookies. You're a girl. Oh, it's hopeless. They'll never see. They'll never change. I better get home and do
myself. I thought,
Well, everything looks okay.
Maybe it didn't close all the way, then the wind blew it open.
yes, that must be it.
Such a smart little bear.
Well, let's see if our porridge is cool enough to eat yet.
Oh, salmon blackberry porridge. Come to Papa.
Somebody ate mine.
What?
Somebody ate my porridge. Look!
So, someone has been here.
Should we call the police?
Yes, they did. But we should have something more to tell them than your porridge is missing. Let's lock the door and then look around and see if anything's been taken or stolen or moved. Maybe there you and I will check the lid. Mama, you check the kitchen. And we'll meet back here.
Well, the kitchen looks all right. Did you find anything?
No, nothing here. Let's check the bedroom. Someone's been sleeping in my bed.
How can you tell? You never make your bed.
I can tell.
Oh, someone's been sleeping in my
I
bed.
told you.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed, and I think he's still in it.
Okay, stay calm, everyone. We'll sneak up on him and grab him, tie him, and then call the cops.
Why don't we just call them now?
No, by the time he get here, he could have escaped out the window. We can handle him. He's not very big.
Would he just go to sleep here if he was robbing us? Why wouldn't he just leave?
I don't know, but we better let the cops after that. Okay, Swartz,
There's...
come back here. What were you doing in our house?
Why were you sleeping in my bed? I was tired.
Why did you eat that porridge?
I was hungry.
What's this? Little league cookies.
Yes, I wanted to sell you some.
It's a girl.
A human.
A human girl selling little league cookies.
Yes, I wanted to show the boys on the team that I could. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry I disturbed you. I'm sorry I ate your porridge. I'm sorry. Please don't eat me.
Eat you. Don't worry, dear. We're not going to eat you.
You're not.
No. Bears don't eat people. We eat fish and berries.
Is that what that stuff was?
Yes, that salmon blackberry porridge. Why did you like it? Well, there's plenty more where that came from. What's your name, dear?
Goldie Locks.
Well, Miss Locks, we are the Black Bears. My name is Bahny, and this is my husband, Smokey.
How do you do?
How do you do, little girl? Sorry I scared you.
And this is our son, Bart Black.
Hi.
Now tell us about those cookies you want to sell.
Well, it's my last box, and if I sell it today, I'll break the team record. That's all. It's not important.
Sure it is. We've got to show those boys and girls are their equals. How much for the box?
$5.
Honey, I'm short on cash. Could you give it to her?
$5 for one box of cookies.
That's not the point, dear.
Oh, of course. Here you are.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, I guess you do
talking about it every day. He thinks it's a great idea.
What about you, Kimberly? What do you think?
Well, it's okay, I guess. I just hope the bears are smarter than all the dumb kids I've been going to school with.
Don't get your hopes up. Wait a minute. You mean you're smart?
Well, usually. All's well that ends well. Never forget. Don't be afraid of what you haven't met. Two fellow creatures, always be kind. And upon Navi forever
So you like baseball, huh?
Yeah,
Me too. But I'm too small to play.
no, you're not. Not if you can throw it hit well. Anybody can play.
Think so?
I know so. Come outside, I'll show you.
Can't get my mom back.
Do you have an extra glove I can borrow?
Bears don't need gloves.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Say, who told you you couldn't play baseball?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't remember.
Well, Papa Bear, what did you do today?
I landed a big new client.
Oh, really?
Mitsubishi Motors. We're gonna be their #1 supplier of industrial grade honey.
That's great, Papa Bear.
Not as great as you winning that case, Mama Bear.
Well, you know the best thing that happened today.
What?
Baby Bear found a friend.
because there's something really special about today's performance, even above and beyond what's special already. Usually, when you're going to see an opera or even a show, the person who imagined it first isn't there. The person who imagined and created everything is usually somewhere else, maybe working on something else, and you might have questions, but you can never ask that person questions about what they did. Today, we have the person who imagined this, wrote all of the music, and helped bring this show to you today here. And believe it or not, he wrote this over 30 years ago, and today is the first time it's been performed ever. You are the first audience in the whole world to see this show. And so I'm so excited that you're here, but we've got to hear a little bit from you. So if you have questions, go ahead and raise your hand. We've got our actors, our singers, our creator, and we've also got our 10 people on stage. You could ask them anything that you're thinking about. We've got time for a little bit, and I'm going to call on you, and I need to hear your loud voices. Ronald, what are you thinking?
Did like the singers made like that cool that voice or no or there was music
I'm not sure I understood your question.
Did they talk by singing voice or just music and they were talking?
Oh, was that did you catch that one? Almost.
I think so. So were we talking on pitch or were we singing?
Singing.
So this would be talking on pitch, kind of like this, but singing would be, this is singing!
Great question. I'm going to call them around the room. Luca.
I'm just surprised how short time it took just to brainstorm all of these ideas.
And what's your question? You're right. That's a great observation. Did you have a question with it?
Is there an actual baseball team here?
Is there there used to be an actual baseball team at Harrisburg Academy up until about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Rebuild what?
I'm looking at you, kid. You build us a baseball team. That'd be awesome. Brilliant. Eli, is this a question?
Yeah. Who built the background and who helped with the background? Was it one person that built the background?
Thomas, Dell, and Chauncey, can you take that one?
Our incredible stagecraft class, which you can take if you stay here until high school, we built this entire set. It took us about 10 class periods, so maybe a little under 10 hours. We built everything, painted everything. A couple things were brought in by our wonderful guests, such as the props. But most of it was us. Today, I was running the spotlight. The incredible Dell and Chance were backstage manipulating the lights that you saw on stage and the lights out here. And they did such an amazing job considering we started practicing for this on Sundays. So I'm ridiculously proud of all of them and the rest of the students in the stagecraft.
Okay.
How long did it take for you to get the entire show together and work out all the parts?
Great question.
5 days, 6 if you count the technical rehearsal that we had with our amazing crew here. So 6 days, which is an unusually short amount of time to do this. Usually we have 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks.
But to put it together in 6 days, we worked for almost a year.
Yes.
Just doing all the planning, and everyone had music ahead of time, and we were going back and forth about the set and everything.
And I took a few weeks to write it back in 1994.
Who was alive in 1994?
Say that again? That was a great question. How did you make the song, and how long did it take? You said a few weeks, but how did you do it?
I sat down at a piano, and it took me, well, it was a long time ago now. I'm thinking it took me maybe a couple of days to write the words, and then I started on the music. I did the words first, and then the music, and that took about 3 weeks. And then it took another 3 weeks to make it into a printable score, and then it took another 29 years to get it onto the stage here.
Great.
So how long did it take you to get the show running?
It took 6 days. Sorry that I jumped in. 6 days.
And many months of memorization.
Oh yeah. Yeah. To learn the parts, it takes people different amount of time. How long did you work on it, Goldie?
Do you really want to?
Well, no, it's a good point. My music sounds really, fairly pretty, but it's really, really hard to sing all of these rhythms that they're speaking.
It took me a couple weeks longer
how did you find the people and get everyone here?
Last week took about a week. We just talked it through, and we picked the people that we knew, and Michael helped us, Mr. Gamon helped us with Hadley. It was about a week. It took about a week.
Yeah, we got lucky. I mean, sometimes you ask, you ask your first choice person if they're not available, then you got to go to the next
We
people.
got all our first choices.
We got everybody we wanted.
Why, if you wrote it 30 years ago, no one played it?
Oh, that's a great question. If you wrote it 30 years ago, did you hide it?
No, but I did not hide it for 30 years. I presented it to a few people who were running opera companies back then in the late 1990s, and the three people I showed it to each had different problems with it. One said the music was too dark, one said we can't have a tenor singing Mama Bear, and one said it's too short. And so I gave up. I had a singing career, and I couldn't spend every waking moment trying to get people to produce this opera. So luckily, between Mike and
My friends, I just want to let you know, I want to say thank you for all of your questions. If you have questions that might not have been answered, we're going to be performing this again tomorrow at 2 o'clock here. So don't hesitate to talk to your family, talk to your friends, and come on back tomorrow. We'll also have an opportunity to ask some of those questions of the same people after tomorrow's show, okay? So the very last question, Eli.
Yes. How did you remember the
I was hoping that was your question. How did you remember the words?
Lots of repetition.
yeah, you do it over and over and over again.
Do you remember what we call that?
repetition?
Uh-huh. And in music, we'll use a different word. What is it?
Practice.
Yes. Practice. All right, all of my friends, can we say one last thank you to all of these incredible artists who are here today?
That's called rep theater, ladies and gentlemen. Repertory.
Sky, is that a question?
Repertoire in British, repertory in American.
What a great question. Why were you singing instead of talking?
Because it's an opera?
Yeah. So part of opera is actually typically singing without microphone. So in order to get to a very far space and a big audience, we have to use our voice, and it goes loud if you wanted to.
I have another part of an answer to that question. 400 years ago in Italy, some people got together and tried to reproduce ancient Greek drama. And they knew, of course, in ancient Greece was 2,000 years before that, and they found out in the ancient text that it was sung. And so in order to reproduce Greek drama, the Italians decided to make their own singing plays, and that's what became opera.
Sky, did you catch all of that? It'll be on the test. All right. Any other questions or ideas or thoughts? Yeah. What did you have to do to get into the character of Mama Bear?
Oh, wow. This is actually my second female role.
Oh, my goodness.
I played a female witch many years ago. Actually, in my first appearance in Europe was the role of a female witch in Rapunzel, another children's opera. So not much to be in character. You know, once you put your costume on and all that, you just kind of just naturally get in there and just become who you are. That's the wonderful thing about opera and musicals and live theaters, is you just get a chance to become someone else for a few minutes, and it's really fun.
It's also one of my only female roles too.
Yes, Kim has a medium high voice, and a lot of times they will cast what they call pants roles.
So I play
where
young boys.
She plays boys instead of girls. So this time
I sword fight a lot.
but this time you're a tomboy. Yeah, sword fighting.
And I just play the piano.
Why are there 3 bears and only 1 Goldilocks?
Wow.
That's a deep question.
Because that's how the story
came
is.
down to
You'd
us
have to
that
ask
way.
the people who wrote the story, but it was so long ago, they died, so we can't ask them.
But you could do a historical investigation on it.
Yeah,
Find
a
out.
good book report.
Or you could rewrite it yourself too. What would have happened if there were more Goldilocks?
Yes.
What were you saying?
more
Well,
bears.
because 3 is a very popular. You got your 3 little pigs, you got your 3 witches in the M play, and you got 3 bears, and 3 comes up a lot.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. Any other questions? Yes.
So what are you actually eating?
Salmon blackberry porridge.
Recipe is in the
The
program.
recipe is in the program.
There's in the program, there's no salmon in the porridge. Why is that?
Because that would be kind of gross.
Here's the salmon.
I didn't want to eat that.
We chose papaya because it's exactly the same color as salmon.
Yeah.
We have another question in the back.
Did you have to get written permission to call her Queen Elizabeth?
Well, you see, this is our family friend, Harry Derby. He's from the UK. That's your answer for you.
A few years after I wrote this piece, I had an opera job in Canada where I was told, and I, being a stupid American, I didn't know this, you can't call the Queen Her Royal Highness, she has to be Her Majesty. And you can call queens of other countries Her Royal Highness, but it's usually for princesses and the like. And so I actually changed it to Her Majesty, but I think I had already printed the score and I forgot to change it for this production. So it's Her Royal Highness in this production. But I wrote, that's how the words fit under the music anyway. And since they're bears and it's not actually England, I don't think I'm totally out of line saying Her Royal Highness instead of Her Majesty.
How do you weigh in on that?
Yeah, when have you letters to the newspaper?
Well, if you do not have one more question.
Yes, yes. What's your question? Hello. Do you have a question?
He doesn't have a question.
Oh. Okay.
Well, hi.
Very sweet.
Can I ask you a question? I don't know why I didn't ask this before. Why did you make Mama Bear a tenor? Just because you're a tenor?
Practical, purely practical reasons, and not for me. In fact, you notice that I didn't sing the tenor part. In fact, I refused to sing the tenor part when some people wanted me to. I wrote this after several years of experience with the Indianapolis Opera Ensemble, which was a soprano, a mezzo, a tenor, and a baritone, and a pianist who would go into a school and do a 45-minute program in a 45-minute time slot of Mozart and other classical opera things rewritten for children's stories. So there was a 3 Little Pigs that used all the music of Mozart, and that year they had a bass in the ensemble, and he sang the Queen of the Night's Rage aria 3 octaves down as the wolf in the 3 Little Pigs. So I just said, okay, so he's soprano, alto, tenor, bass, or soprano, mezzo, tenor, baritone. Who gets to sing what? And obviously Baby Bear has to be the soprano because he's the smallest. And then Goldilocks has to be the mezzo because he's the other kid. And what's left over, Mama Bear is the higher voice than the Papa, so Mama's the tenor, Papa's the bass. There was precedent, however, that I actually found out afterward. Kurt Weill wrote a short opera called The 7 Deadly Sins, in which the mother was played by a bass. So it's not the first time that one of the parents is done in a skirt role, if you will, as opposed to a pants role. And I myself played Venus disguised as a witch in a Baroque opera when I was in college.
You were also the witch in Hansel and Gretel.
I was the witch as well. Other places,
yeah.
also with Liz's company.
She had a question.
This young lady has a question.
Did you have another question?
How do they take care of their voice?
Oh, what was that?
Take care of their voices.
How do they
How do
take
we-
care? How do you take care of the voices? The three bears and.
Oh my goodness. Well, for me, rest and lots of water. Yep.
What's water?
Water never fails me.
And also to develop the big voice It's very, very similar to if you want to get muscles, you lift weights or you do push-ups, or if you want to build up your stamina, you start running and you run for longer and longer, and eventually you can run a marathon if you want, just 26 or 20-something miles. And for singing, there's a certain way you use the voice that you can last longer and sing louder. There are many ways to use the voice that you'll lose it if you try to do loud for too long. But in opera, we are trained to sing very loud for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. The operas last 4 hours sometimes, and we have to do it again the next day. So it's technique. We call it technique, how to use your voice.
And I would say that, like in sports, even like Tiger Woods plays golf, but he's in peak physical condition. It helps his golf game. I will say that when I'm in peak physical condition, I didn't sing in this, but I'm a soprano as well. I directed the thing today. But when I'm in shape, I feel like my singing is out actually a lot.
Yes, so the rest of your body keeping care of that as well as your voice. Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Thank you. Oh, yes.
This is for Baby Bear. How is this different from the previous performances you made?
So this is my first opera I've ever done. I'm not classically trained. I do a lot more like MT and jazz. So I had to learn a whole different kind of style. And Mr. Adam helped me a lot. He taught me different
And
techniques.
she did great. She was a great student. Great.
This is also the first bear costume I've ever had to wear. I played Baby Bear, but I had like a little headband and like a tail attached with an elastic. So it's very different.
Quite warm.
Why was Belle baby?
Now you see she's bold.
So in theater, you play a lot of different roles. That's my beast right there.
Hi, Beast.
Oh, hi, Beast.
and not Hank McCoy.
So you play a lot of different characters, and you get to like play pretend a lot, and you change your character a lot. So it's fun to try new things.
Well, thank you all so much for being here and for supporting the arts this afternoon. If you'd like to get pictures with the cast, come on up and grab pictures before they run away. And we hope to see you all again soon. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy this beautiful weather we're having.